Hello everybody. We're doing a quick intro for the upcoming social media breakfast to be held at La Bistrut at our friend Dana's restaurant, who kindly hosts us for the majority of our events. This event is a little special in that we've got an event sponsor by way of Monster Canada, so I'd like to a quick shout out to them, a big thank you. Joe Issid, who you'll see here in a moment, talking a bit about the topic for the next event titled Do You Need to Be Big to Invest Big in Social Media? We'll be addressing our group, sold out crowd of about 50. So we're super stoked to have him on board. And before I get him to do a quick intro, I think it's important we thank the usual folks, Dana, of course, the restaurant, sponsor Monster, and my buddy Phil, who looks after the audio-visual at Tux Productions, and of course Louis and the guys at Kai Design. So I'll flip it over to Joe. Joe, if you don't mind doing a quick intro as to what you're up to, who you are, and maybe just get into a little bit about what we're going to be hearing about next week on June 5th at La Bistrut. We'd appreciate that. So the floor is yours, my friend.
Sure. Yeah, so I'm Joe Issid. I'm currently the president and CEO of Missid Media. It's a Montreal-based media and publishing company. And I'm also the managing editor for thescrib.com, which is a sort of satirical web magazine right now that has basically a large rotating cast of contributors. We try to publish daily sort of authoritative and funny articles on a very wide range of topics. Personally, I come from a very sort of diverse background. I have an arts education, but spent many years working as a software developer across sort of many different industries. But I have a journalistic background as well. And you know, most recently I was working at Ubisoft as a project and account manager for all online infrastructure, and sort of felt that my IT days are sort of coming to an end, and wanted to sort of take a sort of a new step in my career. So sort of founded Missid Media itself, and have been, and the Scrib effectively is our sort of biggest client right now, and I'm sort of acting as the managing editor right now as well.
Cool.
So in terms of our social media event, I was approached by Monster recently, as I'm a regular contributor to their website, as a sort of an IT/tech writer, and also somebody who does a lot of sort of career counseling through the articles that I write for them. And I thought it would be interesting to sort of give a presentation regarding my own experiences as a small business owner, you know, sort of managing social media, you know, platforms, and also trying to manage what, you know, expectations are in managing these platforms. So the crux of my discussion is going to be, you know, from a small business perspective, you know, how much, you know, should we really be looking to invest in social media, depending on the type of business that you're involved in, and sort of what are the key sort of, you know, metrics that you should be looking at in terms of gauging your success in social media, and that should be sort of driving sort of the investment that you make, both in terms, you know, financial and also time investments that you make. And these are all sort of really important factors when you're looking to actually set up, whether you're a small, medium, or even large-size company. I think social media obviously is a sort of very growing, sort of very powerful medium. So I think it's a really important conversation to have, and, you know, coming from my own personal background, I think it'll be sort of, I have some interesting stories that I'm really looking forward to sharing with everybody.
Excellent. And as usual, the floor will be open for questions towards the end, and I think Joe would likely field some during the talk. So it's a sold-out event, sadly, for those who'd like to attend, but certainly if you're on Twitter or you pick up on Joe's site, we'll give you some ways to reach out to him if you have any questions that you might want to address in terms of the topic at hand. And those that we will see, looking forward to it. Thanks, Joe, for taking the time. And we'll see everybody on June 5th over at La Bistrut.
Sounds great. Thanks a lot, Jeff.
Okay, take care.
Bye.